Hey guys, we are back for what is this called? Bandcamp Dailies, number the second. And so we got a couple more listens today, and we have Shard 18 and we have Cries from a Defective Mind. Now, if I remember correctly, Shard 18 was listened to yesterday, at least before I went to sleep yesterday, and Cries from a Defective Mind was listened to today. So we're going to do a little bit of a reaction to both of them. Once again, Bandcamp is on UTC time, so I think, what is it, 8 p.m. it switches over to the next day, around 8 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard. So that's why there's a bit of a discrepancy when I say Shard 18 was listened to yesterday. Anyway, so let's click on Shard 18. Shard 18 is the opening track from Forever Trapped in a Broken Mirror 2006. Yesterday we listened to Shard 28, I believe. Yeah, we did a little history lesson on Shard 28, the 16-second song. But Shard 18 is the opener from this album. It was not so usually it sort of depends on like the track order. Usually I like to do it chronologically. Sometimes I don't do it chronologically. This time it was not chronological. Now, Shard 18, once again, just like yesterday, it has a different name as well. The original name was Part 13-1, I believe. We will listen to the tab as well, but I think we're going to start off with the song. Yeah, let's just start off with the song. We're probably not going to listen to the whole thing. It's 3 minutes and 46 seconds. We'll have a little bit of a taste, a little bit of a teaser. Okay, so it's a pretty cool song so far. I like what I'm hearing. Now, a lot of different parts. We have some heavy metal parts, and we have some mellow, clean guitar parts. I don't know what you call them. Now, the problem I had with this album features a bunch of clean guitar, but the problem I had was I didn't know what to do on drums during those parts. So I believe every single song where I thought of a little bit of a change here. There's a word for it that I just can't think of it because I'm stupid. But I remember, if I remember correctly, Shard 19, there's a little something different. What I'm trying to say is basically for all of the clean guitar parts, all I do is hit the ride. And I just keep time by hitting the ride on the beat. And I don't do anything else for the clean guitar parts. Because, back then, it's 2006, I didn't really know what to do on drums besides just play blast beats and, stuff like that. That's all I could do, really. But I think it ended up, I like how it ended up because it's very mellow. You get the mellowness and it's sort of minimalistic as well. But what I was just saying, I believe there is a part in Shard 19 where there's a clean guitar part and I actually play a beat. And I think that might be the only one. There's the word is right on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't listen to it. Anyway. There's a lot of clean guitar in this song. The clean guitar parts on this album are really good, actually. They sound really good. We've talked about this album before multiple times. I forget in what video. I think it was when I was talking about acoustic guitar, my old acoustic guitar albums. And I was talking about how this album specifically was all written on the acoustic guitar. All the songs, even though I recorded them on electric guitar and I added drums, but they were all written on the acoustic guitar. And so there's a lot of chords, a lot of open notes, a lot of ringing notes, and a lot of nice chords. So very, very melancholic stuff. But there's a part in this song Oh, I think we missed it already. Yeah, that's the part. Just give me a second. So where I'm hitting the hi-hats there, normally I just hit the ride, but when I hit the hi-hats, all I can think about is like jingle bells, like it's Christmas, and I think of Santa Claus. That's not the idea I had in mind for the song, but whenever I hear that, that's all I can think about. All right, there you go. That is the opener from Forever Trapped in Broken Mirror 2006. So we're going to go into the origins of this. So it started out as it was part 13-1. That was the initial, its production number, whatever you want to call it. So I started on 1 and I got up to 13. So basically the really early stuff, most of this was all on earlier versions of Forever Trapped in Broken Mirror. There were several recording sessions for Forever Trapped in a Broken Mirror that I recorded. I think I started in 2001 and I finished it in 2006. Sorry about that. And 13-1 ended up being the opener. So this is just like the first impression of the song. It's not the full song whatsoever. I think there are only, I can't read this number, it's too small. 15, is that 15? And it's the arrangement is slightly different as well. So already we have a difference right here. This open, and then we have the 4 right there. That's different from the recorded version. That part's also different. So like the part right before this part that we're about to listen to is also different. So I didn't even remember that. I checked out this tab right before making this video and I realized, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then the rest of the rest of the parts is pretty much the same. So we're probably not going to listen to it. Okay, so let's stop that. And I also have a little video. So we've already seen this video in a previous video, but I'm just going to play it again because it shows like the opening part. So I tried playing the song and I screwed it up. I got mad and then I started improvising annoying music that I don't like. And that's what I did. But I mean, the start of the song there, I played it pretty well actually on acoustic guitar. It's kind of funny. So that actually has like some pretty fast fretwork stuff on it. Yet it was written on the acoustic guitar. Normally I save that sort of style of writing for the electric guitar, but in that case, no. Anyway, so let's go to the next one. We are going to close this and we are going to go to the next song, which is what? Cries from a Defective Mind. This is my latest song. So I recorded latest. When did I release this? Oh my God, this is almost a year old. This is insane. I still remember. I remember recording this, and then I was getting ready to record my April version. You can see I did one each month, and I was going to do April. And then my wrist kept bothering me, and so I waited to do it the weekend after to record the drums. And then my wrist just got screwed up, and I haven't been able to do it since then. And it's almost been a year since I did that. That's insane. That's ridiculous. Oh my God. Okay, so let's click on this. I'm trying to think what this is. What is this picture? It's a photo I took of something. Is it bigger? I'm trying to think. What is it? So it's a photo I took of something. I think it was deliberately blurry when I took it. And then I added some visual effects. So what I like doing in GIMP, I like using the alien map. It makes, weird colors, and it also makes black and white stuff as well look really cool. It's a really cool feature where you can make some trippy looking images, but I still can't remember what this is. I do have the original picture somewhere, so I could figure it out, but don't really want to. Anyway, this is part of the Octopus Core saga now. And by that, so that name was actually given by a fan. And I think it has to do with the drumming, how it sound. That was, the drumming's really crazy and it's sort of nonstop. And so I think he termed it as Octopus Core. So that's where that comes from. And I decided to claim it as my own. And what? Oh yeah. So I decided in 2024, this was sort of my New Year's resolution. I was going to record an Octopus Core album every month. And so what this is, it's like a 30-minute long, you can see 30:59, 30-minute long free jazz album. And so for the drums, the drumming is just basically nonstop, random beats, trying to play as fast as possible without, hurting myself, without getting too tired that I can't play anymore. And so you have to pace yourself a little bit, but I try not to pace myself. And so I think my best drumming I've ever done is on this album, on all of these albums, because that's my favorite style of drumming to do. I'll play a little bit of it first. I mean, I could listen to this all at once right now, but we're not going to do that. I love listening to these albums. So they're all free jazz. So basically completely improvised. There is no preparation when I make these albums. I just, sit down, press record, do whatever I want. And that's the fun thing about them. And also the fun thing about when you're done them, and then you can listen to them and you don't know what's happening because it's all improvised and there's really no plan. And so, however, as you listen to it multiple times, there are parts from the song that sort of stick out. And I really like that about that. I like finding those parts that stick out because they become memorable and they become part of the song. Like, oh, this is that part. And then later on, oh, this is that part. And it's really fun because you get to, as the person who made the song, I was not aware of these parts when I made the song because it was all improvised, but now I get to find them on my own. So it's almost like listening to my music for the first time, which is pretty cool. I felt like I wanted to say something else about this as well. But yeah, basically when I would record one of these albums, I start with the drums and so I don't listen to anything. I'm just playing drums. And I think I glance over at my computer monitor to see how long I've recorded for, and I basically want to do over 30 minutes. So for this one, it's usually between 30 and 31 minutes. It's definitely a workout. I know a couple of the times I was really sore afterwards. One of the times my hip was really sore and my knee. Actually, I think one of the times I actually listened to music. So there was this song. Oh, what the hell is it called? I was at work and there was TikTok radio was playing, and I'm trying to think what the song was. I think it's called TV Girl. I think that's like the band. Not Allowed. I think that was the song. And so that song came on. There's some good songs on TikTok radio. Like they're obviously pop songs and stuff like that, but some of the songs are absolutely horrible, obviously, but some of them are really good. Like they have good melodies and stuff that I like. And that song came on. It came on while I was packing stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I hadn't heard it before. And I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. And so then it ended up coming up later, like an hour or two later again. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a song again. So I got to hear it again. And then when I got home, I went to, if you go on the internet, you can find the playlist that they had. And so I scrolled through the playlist and I figured out what time I heard it. And then I figured out it was that song. And I actually, like around that time, I had to basically search every single song around the time to see which one it was. And it ended up being that song. Anyway, the whole point of the story is, so I think it was for the first one. It was OC 2401. What is that one called? Permanent Psychosis. I listened to that song on repeat for 30 minutes while I was playing the crazy drums. I mean, you can't tell that I was listening to music, but I was listening to that song for 30 minutes. I probably should be talking about that if we ever get to that song. But anyway, back to this song. And so for the drums, that's what I'm doing. I'm just playing nonstop, trying to be as random and intense as possible. For the guitars, I hook up I have like an echo pedal. And so you can make some really cool sounds with the echo pedal. So that's what I did for that. You can do a lot of, pick scrapes and basically I have the echo pedal on my table. And so I would play guitar and then I'd be able to fiddle with the knobs as I was recording. And so that was great. So there are 2 guitar tracks and then there's also a keyboard track. For the keyboards, I also attach it to the echo pedal. And then there's a vocal track as well, which I also attach to the echo pedal. So the echo pedal is on full display for this album. I do not use it on the drums, obviously. But yeah, and then so I think there was something else I wanted to say. Yeah, I mean I have my session, my project right here. Yeah, those screams were complete. I'm just having a horrible time with words today. Basically, I did not plan on doing those screams. I didn't even know I could do them. I started recording, and then I was like, hey, let's try and make some weird sounds. And I remember my friend from high school, he used to do this thing where he would inhale, and he would do like a scream. And I don't even think I ever tried doing it before, but then I ended up trying to do it as I was recording the track. So basically I would start recording and I'd record a 30-minute track of each instrument and there'd be no editing or anything like that. It was all raw. I mean, there are some effects on it, but there's no like, you know what I'm talking about? It's just a full take. And I ended up doing that, and it ended up sounding really good. Yeah, so I'm basically just inhaling. It's like that. I'm sorry I did that, but I just wanted to show you that that's what I did. It was probably pretty cringy, but so there's that song. This song has actually also appeared on some of my other YouTube videos. So I believe some of the Elise Eklund videos, they have a part of this song, and I also disabled the drums. So that's also a little piece of trivia. Yeah, I love this song especially. I feel like this was my favorite of the 3 that I did in 2024. Violations is another one, and also Non-Conscious Paradox is another one as well. I believe, I probably shouldn't talk about those for too much, but I think that's all I wanted to say. Is that 15 minutes? Hopefully it's not too long. 21 minutes. That's pretty long. That's pretty long. Okay, anyway, I'll see you next time for another episode of Bandcamp Dailies.